Good morning, Jefferson. Today is Tuesday, March 23rd, 2021. I am your principal, Miss Klim. Please stand to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Happy birthday to Alexandra C. in Miss G's class, Jackson D. in Miss Giuliani's class, and Jacob W. in the VLA. There are no announcements today. It is Tell Us Something Tuesday. Today is National Puppy Day. Puppy is the name we use for a baby or a young dog. Lots of baby animals have a different name than what we call grown-up animals. Can you think of some examples? I thought of how a baby cat is called a kitten, or a baby whale is called a calf, which is also the name for a baby cow. A baby lion is called a cub, and I bet you can think of a lot more examples of those types of words. So today, as we prepare for April 5th, we're going to talk about arrival and dismissal. There's really no changes to arrival. Make sure that as you get dropped off by the bus or your car, or if you walk to school, that you're keeping space between yourself and others. You still need to arrive by 8:30 or you will be marked tardy. I think the biggest change at arrival that you need to know about is breakfast. So now that your desks are going to be closer together in the classroom, you won't be able to eat breakfast there. So if you're going to eat breakfast, you're going to go to the cafeteria to get it, and then you'll sit at a desk in the cafeteria to eat. We will set a timer so that you'll know when it's time to return to class. We don't want you to miss your morning meeting or your specials or anything like that. There's a few classrooms where the desks are still 6 feet apart, and those students will go to the cafeteria, get their breakfast, and go back to their class to eat. But in all the other classrooms, you'll need to eat in the cafeteria now for breakfast, and your teacher will let you know what the location is going to be for your class. For dismissal, we're not changing the order in how we dismiss. We'll still start with vans and solutions, then car loopers, then buses, then walkers. Again, as you're walking out of the building or waiting for your bus, you still need to keep space between yourself and others, and you need to keep your masks on. I have noticed at dismissal, some kids are pulling their masks down. You're still at school. You're still not that far apart from others, so you need to keep your masks on. Dismissal is going to take longer. There's going to be twice the number of kids in the building. So the length of time that it's going to take to get everyone into their cars out in the loop or to load everyone onto the buses, it's going to take a little longer, and we need you to be patient. Yesterday for cohort A, you brought home a blue dismissal form, and cohort B students, you will bring those home on Thursday. You need to return those to your teachers as soon as possible. So as soon as your family fills out what your dismissal plan will be after April 5th, you need to bring that back to us. I do want to talk to the car loopers for a minute. Some of your spots where you wait for your car are going to have to change because we have cohort A kids and cohort B kids standing in the same spots. So next week we will show you where you need to stand if your spot is going to change. Remember that you're always standing with the kids who are getting in the same car as you. So if that's your brothers or sisters, or if you do a carpool with your neighbors or something, you need to stand with the kids getting in the same car as you. Dismissal is not a time to stand and talk with friends. It's a time to stand with the people you're going home with and to be listening so that as soon as your name and the number to go to are called, you can move to your spot to hop in your car. This will help everything move faster for everybody. We did add numbers to the sidewalk. So before we only had numbers 1 through 8. We added a 0 up in front of the 1, and we added 9 and 10 after the 8. This will now allow us to load more cars at one time. So we're going to start using those numbers this week to practice, but that will help us to keep things moving quicker. And I want to remind you about when you're walking to your car, when you're walking to your number, you want to stand behind the blue line that's painted on the sidewalk while you're walking to your number, and then step over the blue line and stand on your number between the blue line and the blue curb when you're waiting for your car. That way, your parents know exactly where to stop to pick you up, or your babysitter, your grandparent, whoever's getting you. But you need to stand on that number between the blue line and the blue curb while you're waiting for your car. But when you're walking to your car, stay on the sidewalk behind the blue line so you don't get too close to moving cars, and that's how we'll keep everybody safe. So again, we'll start to practice this at dismissal this week, and we need everyone's patience to help dismissal go smoothly. Be positive today.